Welcome to today's Explainer. Listen, today we're going to dive into a totally bizarre infrastructure crisis, one that you probably drive over every single day without even realizing it. If you're the kind of person who loves uncovering the hidden mechanics of our daily commutes, well, you are in exactly the right place. We're looking at a process that takes raw power, brutal force, and honestly, just incredible precision to keep our modern world moving safely and smoothly.
So, I want you to picture your daily commute for a second. Think about your neighborhood streets or maybe that highway you take to work. Have you ever wondered why we don't just, keep paving new asphalt directly over the old, cracked roads every time they need a fix? I mean, it seems like the absolute easiest, fastest solution, right? Just pour a fresh, hot layer of blacktop right over the potholes and call it a day. But if you actually stop and think about the physical consequences of doing that over decades, the reality gets incredibly strange, incredibly fast.
Because if we simply layered new asphalt over old roads year after year, our streets would eventually become absurdly high. We are talking about roads literally rising 10 feet into the air. The surface would climb right up to the power lines, completely swallowing curbs, sidewalks, parked cars, the whole shebang. Imagine having to use a ladder just to get out of your driveway. The basic physics of our cities, our drainage systems, our bridges, all of it would be completely thrown off by these massive, towering walls of ever-growing asphalt. So to stop our infrastructure from literally growing out of control and burying our front doors, engineers take a completely different approach. Instead of adding to the problem, they bring in a highly specialized piece of equipment that acts like a giant mechanical eraser. Basically, before any new road can go down, the old one has to be brutally and meticulously erased. And the machine they use to pull this off? It is an absolute marvel of modern engineering.
Enter the absolute hero of our explainer, the cold milling machine. As our source material from V8 Vanguard describes it, this thing is an absolute beast. It's a massive, heavy-duty piece of equipment purposefully designed to tackle the ridiculously tough job of tearing up our highways. Just think about the sheer mechanical force required here. It takes the solid, sun-baked, rock-hard surface of a highway and totally obliterates it so a new surface can take its place. It's not really just a vehicle, it's practically a mobile demolition factory.
But the real magic here isn't just the sheer size of the machine above ground, it's the incredible violence hidden away underneath. Let's shift our focus to the mechanical anatomy tucked under that massive chassis. Down there lies what we can aptly call the belly of the beast, the rotating drum. This is the core component that does the actual erasing. And honestly, it is a fascinating piece of heavy-duty engineering that perfectly balances raw destruction with super delicate control.
This drum isn't just some heavy roller pressing down on the dirt. Oh no. It's fitted with hundreds of hardened tungsten carbide teeth that are specifically designed for high-impact destruction. It doesn't just weakly scratch the surface. It literally chews away the worn-out upper layer of solid rock and tar. But here's the crazy part. Despite this incredibly violent, aggressive chewing action, it operates with mind-boggling precision. The engineers can set exactly how much of the road they want to erase, down to the millimeter. It shaves off just the damaged layer and leaves a perfectly prepared, textured base behind.
Now, you'd naturally think that a massive drum spinning thousands of times a minute, chewing up solid asphalt with hardened teeth, would create absolute chaos, right? You'd picture debris flying everywhere, massive dust clouds blocking out the sun, giant piles of rubble completely shutting down traffic. But surprisingly, it doesn't leave a mess behind. The brilliant design of the cold milling machine accounts for every single ounce of that debris in real time, making it one of the tidiest destructive forces on the planet.
It pulls off this neat trick by building a perfectly continuous operation that happens in 3 seamless steps. First, the spinning drum grinds the old, cracked road down into fine gravel, perfectly sizing the pieces as it tears them up. Second, right as that asphalt is chewed up, a built-in conveyor belt immediately scoops that material up from inside the housing. And third, it shoots that freshly ground gravel straight up and directly into a moving dump truck that's driving in perfect tandem alongside it. The 2 vehicles basically move together down the highway like partners in this intricate, heavy metal dance.
The crucial takeaway here is that this built-in conveyor and moving dump truck system keeps the whole operation brilliantly continuous and highly efficient. There's no stopping to sweep up the highway. There's no waiting around for separate loaders to come and painstakingly clear the rubble. By immediately vacuuming up the chewed-up gravel, the cold milling machine is instantly clearing the way. It allows the rest of the paving train to follow right behind it and lay down a fresh, perfectly level surface without missing a single beat.
Without this beast, our cities would quite literally be buried under their own infrastructure, rising inch by inch, year after year. There's a line from our source that perfectly captures the raw, mechanical violence required to maintain the smooth, quiet roads we all just take for granted. It says, "It's loud,
It's brutal, and it's the only reason our highways don't just keep growing toward the sky. I mean, absolutely spot on, right? Which leaves us with a pretty fascinating thought to ponder. The cold milling machine is really just one hidden piece of the massive puzzle that keeps our modern society functioning smoothly. If this roaring asphalt eraser is required just to keep our roads flat, what other incredible, unseen machines are out there building and maintaining our world right under our noses? Keep your eyes peeled on your next commute, stay curious, and hey, thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.